So I've been in part of Port Anglican for 3 years now, or roundabouts, and I came to know Jesus through a confirmation service here, and I just fell in love, I just felt the love of God pretty much, and that was really what made me a lover of Christ. And then, just in church serving, I loved being in this church, and I moved away to Wollongong, and I started studying there, and I had a really difficult year. I had a lot of personal things happen, and it was a really difficult year. And then I was at Worship and Creative Conference, Hillsong's Worship and Creative Conference, and basically I got offered if I wanted to do an internship because I was really unsure as to what to do for this year. And I wasn't sure about my degree, and I wasn't sure about Wollongong and everything. And then kind of God just put this in my lap. And I wrestled with it for a while, I did. I really wrestled, and I was not sure about, whether it was the right thing to move back home, whether it was the right thing if I was taking a step backwards, had I failed by, not completing uni, so to speak. I mean, I've just deferred, but still. But yeah, I really wrestled with it, and then kind of one night I felt the Spirit of God in about November say, just move home. You'll be satisfied, you'll be fully content, just move back and do the internship. But I still wrestled with it because it is hard to be obedient to God when it's such a big change. And whilst I was coming back to comfort and I was coming back to something that was comfortable, it was still scary, what were people going to think? But that doesn't even matter, it's what God thinks, Anyways, and so then I kind of just through a series of conversations, it came that I just decided, 2 feet in, take a leap of faith, and, where God calls you, He provides, and He's going to provide every means that I need to do this internship. And I'm really excited about what's to come. Okay, I'm hoping to learn a lot of different things. I really want to kind of learn what ignites my soul and where my passions really do lie. That's a big thing that I want to learn. I also know that I have a lot of work to do on myself, and I have a lot that I need to learn about myself, just through a lot of brokenness that occurred last year, and I know I have a lot of healing and a lot of mending to do, and Jesus is a healer, and He's the perfect healer for the job, really. And so I'm hoping to learn a lot about myself, and how I can be more bold in my faith is a big thing. This is my identity, and this is who I am, and I've stepped into that, but there's a freedom when everyone else knows that as well. And it's really freeing just being able to be completely yourself and not feel like you have to hide any part of yourself. So that's a big thing I want to learn this year. You can never mistake giving a year to God to see what He can do. And there's a lot of value in actually having the freedom of not knowing what you're going to do. And that's really hard for me to say because I'm someone who loves to plan everything out and whatnot. But there is a lot of value in that because it really means that God can open any door and you are able to step into it because you've got nothing else holding you back. So I would just say, it's a big commitment, but it's the right commitment, and anything you're doing for God's glory is the right commitment. And if you want to learn how to honour Him and step up and be bolder in your faith and love Jesus more, give it a whirl.